If I were to give this talk 10 months ago, I would have freaked out by saying, what would people think? Why is that person not interested in my talk? I'm definitely very boring. And I would have concluded on the stage itself that I'm not worthy of being on this stage. I won't just do this for this talk, but I would do that in every single situation of my life. Even in the silliest of things, like if I eat pani puri on street, what would people think? If I go out wearing a short leg dress, what would people think? If I do not fit in the society, what would people think? This phrase, what would people think, was on a loop in my head. There was literally a time when I lost my own definition of things and action. It was as if I was unable to have an opinion of my own. I stopped doing things I liked because they might look absurd or crazy to the so called people. I limited myself to certain society accepted practices so that people don't define me in a way I don't want to get defined. I gave myself some rules and regulations which I better follow. This phrase, what would people think, guided every direction of my life. But then, during the period of lockdown, I got some time with myself. Just me. Absence of people around me decreased my fear of being judged, and it definitely had a very positive impact on my life. Then, to my surprise, I realized that what was forbearing me till now were not other people's judgment. They were, but very little. But the thing which limited me the most were my own assumed judgments on what people might say if I do something. I got curious to see if this was the case with other teenagers too. So I set up to took a survey on teenagers' thoughts on judgments. According to the survey, you can define judgment as a comment or an opinion of a person on another entity which may or may not be based on honest evaluation. Mind that the difference between may or may not matters a lot. Let me take you through my process of self-judgment using a filter analogy. Let us suppose this is an idea or thought to be processed. Firstly, it passes through the main filter of my brain, which directly eliminates totally inappropriate thoughts. But things which are not directly wrong, like new ideas, actions, and opportunities, passes forward to this judgmental filter, where it passes through this circle of questions which I ask to myself in order to see the practicality of the thought being processed. I start with logical questions like, do I really want to do this? Is it morally appropriate? Would I be able to manage all the resources? Etc. Basically all the questions which one should ask himself or herself before taking an action. But then I slowly get into this trap of overthinking where I start thinking about what others might say. I went into this what if zone. And I asked myself some questions like, what would society say if I fail? What would people think if I'm not able to meet their expectations? What would people think if they don't like my action? What would people say if I don't talk to them? And from here, I get into the circle of overthinking, which always tends to infinity. Someone rightly defined overthinking as an art of creating problems from nowhere. And I must say, if there's a Nobel Prize given for overthinking, I should be the one getting it. Overthinking is like sitting on a rocking chair. It gives you something to do. But we all know it does not take us anywhere, does it? Hence, I like to call this area a black blank hole. It's black because it bombards all the negative thoughts on me, and it's obviously blank because it's based on no proper evaluation. So my new ideas and opportunities always have to sacrifice by entering into this hole, and I end up following the conventional path. But trust me, other than the sacrifice of an idea or opportunity, there are way many consequences of falling into this trap. Like mental disturbance, loss of self-confidence, loss of self-trust, and everything eventually leads to loss of self-love too. Now I want to ask you a question. Is passing judgments and being judgmental the same? No, it isn't. And 70% of my participants agreed to it. Initially, when I was asking myself some questions, I was analyzing my thought by passing some judgments. But then, when I went into this trap of overthinking, wasting my energy on things which are never really going to happen, I was being judgmental to myself. I firmly believe that a certain amount of judgment is very crucial for our life because it helps us differentiate between what is right and what is wrong. But again, that too should be based after taking into consideration all other aspects, and that is what I like to call a healthy judgment. I realized the difference between passing healthy judgments and being judgmental, and that did miracles to my life. I became bold enough to take my own decisions without thinking about what others might say. I also evolved to make better decisions. I started accepting opportunities without overthinking on them. Moreover, confidence became a part of my personality, and most importantly, I started loving myself. What more can you achieve? How did I bring this change? I definitely didn't search on Google or went to a therapist. I just reminded myself these four statements. First, I became proactive and accepted that my own self judgment was being the enemy of my growth. When you accept something, it's easier for you to let go of it. Second, I started taking seriously only the comments and opinions passed by the people I care for and respect because at the end of the day, they are who matters to you. Third, when I was being even a little judgmental to myself, I reminded myself that I'm just assuming it. It's a mere fiction. Fourth, and the most important, I always say to myself, it's my life and I should be the only one ruling it. Thank you.